welcome to this exciting video where you once again join us in the beautiful landscape of Scotland. We're starting this one on a busy road and we've basically come to document the location of an old waterworks which actually was just about an underground nuclear bunker at a certain time. So let's go into this location here and I'll tell you the story of the history. Wow folks, check this out. I'm going to read it here from my phone. In the late 1980s, it was decided to build a new emergency centre to replace Craigie Barnes House in Dundee, which had been sharing with ROC and UKWMO, which is the War Ministry. They acquired the disused Baldinny Reservoir, and that's what this is here. This is the old Baldinny Reservoir, folks. 2 miles south of Couperangus. The plan was to build an emergency centre within the disused reservoir, and that would have been like an underground Cold War bunker. But the work was halted when the council were unable to obtain planning permission to fell some trees. And basically by the time they got the permission through to fell the trees, the threat of war was over and the bunker was never actually built. So basically this links up with the ROC bunkers, the Royal Observer Corps, that we explore and document the history of. This would have actually been their headquarters as the bunker. So let's see what history is inside this abandoned historical wonder, folks. You know how it is on this channel. Look, this is a reservoir. If you went in here and fell in, you'd be a complete goner. And you can see the reason it would have made a perfect Cold War bunker. It was pre-made pretty much. But then they may have actually dug more out. And we've waited to this time of year to come here. We've known about it since the summer, but we've basically waited until all the overgrown terrain and stuff has died back and we can actually see the history properly. And if anybody comes here to have a look, they have to be super careful, because that'll be really dangerous and deep. You probably wouldn't get out, no, unless you might be able to walk up that stick or whatever. But it's, what a place folks, check it out. More history never seen before on the channel. And look how far it goes away up that end. And then there's a wee building at this side as well, maybe a control room. Also there's been a pipe coming in at that higher level, maybe like an overflow if the water at one time was right up there. Here it would be a mad swimming spot, eh? Like if that was full, imagine total jumping in, swimming about. It's pre-made, you could have that in your house, one of the rooms. And look at this old door, lock, the way it's kind of rotted away and disappeared. What a cool bit of history, folks. It's an old waterworks dating back to the 1800s, and then it's cool to have the history with the Cold War bunker aspect to it as well. And just look at the character of this. Oh aye, another overflow or whatever. Yeah, look at the way the ivy and stuff just takes over. It's clinging onto the rocks right there. And then the character of the stonework with the wee round window at the top. And look, it's rich farmland, folks, of Perthshire. I'm pretty sure this is Perthshire, but it must be near the Angus border. Yeah, the character of the stonework with those old buildings, it's so cool. Yeah, it's proper built with big chunks of stone, sandstone. Let's head on in here and see what we can see. Look at the old window. Wow. Some of the old buildings has got this style from the 1800s and before it. Look at the way the ivy and stuff is just growing up through that.
I think this could have been a pump house for the...
Yeah, it may have been.
The original reservoir.
Yeah, there could have been apparatus and stuff here pumping the water. And look, there's been some mounted here on the wall. And this just looks like it's been hooks.
Sort of the attic.
Yeah, look at the shelf. The old shelf and stuff still in position, folks. This is the kind of abandoned history of Scotland that we just love to see. Look at the detail here that they actually put into this. Like the shape of the wood and stuff up there in the corner. Wow, it's like detailed parts, like it's not just a plain construction.
No.
And then there's been something on here, I'm not sure what. Maybe a switch or whatever back in the day. And then there's been another... Something's been mounted here, but there's no sign of any mounting brackets,
No.
which is interesting. Can often there'd be bolts or thread holes for sure. Also look, it's had frosted glass in the window, I believe, there. Which shows it's most likely been the industrial building rather than kind of like a building they would have come to be sitting in.
Yeah, it's a big proper door frame, like.
Yeah, things were just properly built back in those days. Like,
Yeah.
there's a nest up there for a starling or one of those type of birds. I love the way the ivy and stuff's just like growing up over that window. It's almost just
Still got the wood on
paradise. It's a forgotten world. Oh aye, the old gutter's been taken off. Anything that was probably made of metal. Look, there's a bit of it. Still lying down. Wow, see this, eh? That's so cool. The way the window looks with the ivy and the trees and stuff growing on it. Check out the old putty. The old mechanism there of the window as well. Crazy scenes on the channel once again, folks. We'll always promise you the coolest of locations. And as you can see, even in the winter here, this place is just so overgrown. You can hardly even get round there. Yeah. I was just wanting to look over. Whoa, these bushes. Wow, what an adventure, folks. We're going to take a walk around the other side because there's no way through in this location. I'm literally like getting stuck in these bushes. It's just craziness. Look, there's been a gutter at this side as well. Now a tree's growing up through it. Wow. Action, folks. Anyway, we'll have to make our way down the side of that forest at the far side. This is the kind of history that I love to bring you on the channel, folks. It's history that's hardly seen and hardly documented and potentially never been documented on YouTube. To see the way they constructed stuff back in the day with this, the grand nature of it, and then to tell the story of how it had been a Cold War building as well. Oh, look, animal skulls like deer or whatever. Wow. Yeah, the old wall line here must be the perimeter of the property. And I'm guessing it must have been obviously abandoned in the 80s when they decided that they should take it on. Check it out, folks, we're getting this place from all angles. And right now, we're making our way underneath all these tree branches. What a scene this is, it's so deep. And they might have even made it deeper back in the day if they had taken it on as a bunker. And then there must have been a big roof. It's most likely lying down in there. I would think originally it would have been covered, obviously with a proper roof. That's why they'll have like the windows and the doors. And then look, there's old drainage. Look, you could fall down a hole in a place like this and it could be deep. I'm trying to like fight my way through the trees, folks. Oh aye. Below that shed that we were at the far side, folks, there's actually a pipe or a hole. Look, you could get down there onto that wall, eh? For a look. It's probably no worth it. We're all about safety on this channel, folks. There's no real need to go and take that risk. But there is a hole underneath that shed, so maybe they had something that turned and it opened a valve.
Pipe there.
Yeah. If it had been a pump house, then there could have been the pump and it would have pumped it from one side to the other.
Yeah.
And they were maybe doing something to filter it.
Both the same size, do you think?
Well, I'm just looking at the stonework thinking, were they constructed it at the same time or was it added to? Maybe they realised there wasn't enough room, so they actually built it even bigger. Wow, folks, we need to be careful here. We're right on the edge of this, but we're just wanting to see it all before we leave the site. Oh, there's a total tree and stuff just hanging here. We're going for it. Real adventures on this channel. Yeah, look, there's something at this end, like a big outlet. Look, like an overflow. We need, oh, look, there's massive gate posts here. old metal gate posts. Here, whatever happens, we can't touch this tree branch, because it'll fall and crush us. It's literally like above the gate. That is mental, look, there's been something here. And then the other entrance, I'll go around the side and try and see it. Whoa, I just grabbed that spiky bush. It's right over in front of us. These tree branches are lethal. Wow, keeping it rolling here, folks. The viewers are along on this adventure with us. Look, there's a massive deep hole below us. Look, leading down through the forest floor. We need to watch we don't fall down into that. That's what I was saying, eh? They're mental gate posts, properly built things. Yeah, look at the door here, folks. This is incredible. This is real Scottish history here, hidden in wild lands and hardly seen for years and years. I'm going in for a look. We're going in because I'm just wanting to see. Wow, that's such a deep pipe. I've got spider webs and stuff on me. There's a massive deep hole leading the way down there. That could have been where the water supply left the site. Check it out, folks, down there. If you fell in there, you would not get back out. I'll let Highlander in for a look. What a scene, like the door's in better condition at this end. Whoa! It's so cool, folks, exploring places you've never been, and when there's history like that and a wee story to be told, it's so cool to share it with people all over the world. That's like a secret door leading in to what looks like a big bush, a big tree. And look, the landscape here's been freshly ploughed for this season's crops. These fields will be planted soon, and a new season begins on the lands of Scotland, folks. Highlander just came out the door and told me there's a big key sticking up out of the metal pipe there, folks, and I missed the detail of the history. Oh, I actually see it now. Yeah, look, the big metal turn handle, and I can actually see down in. Wow, so that's been operating the water in or out of this place. But that was a detail I just about missed, and that's how having an extra pair of eyes often on an adventure is pretty cool. Can we notice different details of the history on a site as we go around. The original, like there's a wooden frame or whatever there. Shows you how ivy just takes over in a place like this, folks. I know. It's like an ivy building. Whoa! Oh my goodness gracious! These are just like barbed wire, natural barbed wire. And then look at these gate posts at the edge of the property here. This is mad, folks. Imagine what these people see us just popping out of the bushes like down from a place like this. Whoa, I'm underneath this tree. Check out the old gate posts here, folks. Look at the size of them. Proper big castings. That'll be the maker from whoever cast them. Glasgow. Made in Glasgow, folks. And look at the old wall line and stuff. It's proper cool. Real forgotten history of Scotland and a wee bit of Cold War history, bunker related. And it's something different on the channel. Shout out Highlander because he actually found this place and located it. And then actually shout out AKR as well for this one because he also showed me this place. And it's cool that two people have both found this and then told me about it to come and record it. And I waited for the sort of time of year so it's the best possible conditions to see everything we've seen today. Basically, it's so cool. Even the way the ivy's grown up these posts, it's just every bit of it's got so much character. It's been so much fun to see a piece of history we've never seen. And yeah, you know how it is on this channel, folks. Adventure after adventure. And it's been good fun today to see this. Anyway, we're pretty much back to the car and we're on the main road here. So I'm going to end it here. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye from me. Goodbye from Highlander 87. And we'll catch you very soon with the next adventure, wherever I end up going.